All right, welcome back to day 3 of making a macro pad. So I haven't made the video in a while after the stream because I got busy and I wasn't feeling too well, so it's a little bit late, but here we are. And last video was a 10.5 hour long stream. Now this was 'cause I had spring break, it was a weekend, I had a lot of time, and I wanted to get a lot of work done. All right, and that was actually really useful because we did a couple of things. All right, so I'm not gonna go over like a time lapse like I normally do, right? I'm just gonna go and list the things that changed mainly. Okay, so what happened was that first of all, I didn't stream for the entire 10.5 hours. I was taking breaks and everything, but basically well, what happened was I looked at the microcontroller, right, the RP2040, and I went ahead and tried to fit it in the macro pad. And it was then that I realized that it will not fit. And I was also thinking like, okay, so I'll have to redesign a little bit to make it look a bit different, right? But then I was like, okay, it'll be really big. It won't have all the features that I want, and it'll still be kinda pricey-ish, around $40, all right? So what I went ahead and did instead, right, was I switched it to an ESP32, okay? Because originally I wanted the RP2040 because it would have QMK and VS support, which would mean that you could, easily change the shortcuts via like a website, all right? And that would be really useful, except realistically, I'm not going to be changing it too much, and I'm going to make my own code anyways, right? So might as well use an ESP32, which has more features, all right, and is cheaper overall. So we're going with the ESP32 S3, and we're going with a mini version. It's still by Waveshare. And so we redesigned the whole thing basically, right? So instead of a 10 key macro pad with a little LCD display or OLED display, I think it's LCD display in the top right, now what we have is a completely different type of macro pad, all right? So we have, okay, let's look at this. There's 3 rows, all right? Row 1, we have key, blank space, and key, all right? Row 2, we have key, 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 and then row 3, you have key, key, key. All right, so that's a 8 key macro pad now, okay? Now I'm thinking, oh, why do we lose 2 keys? Well, that's because in the middle, in the top row, right, I'm gonna make a hot swap socket, right? Where you click it in, and it kind of connects to the ESP32 with some pins, and basically, it's a touchscreen full color 4-inch display, right? Now the touchscreen won't work because there's not enough pins for that, and I want to make a hot swap. But if you go ahead and solder on the pins, right, and you don't care about making a hot swap, you can go ahead and make it fully touchscreen as well, okay? And you could even add more keys if you really wanted to. Now, I'm not going to do that because the entire point is to be hot swap. So the screen will be hot swap, and the ESP32 will also be hot swap, okay? So basically in that video, we redesigned the case, okay? We test all the sockets. We took the ESP32, all right, and we spent a good amount of time modeling it, making sure it's all perfect, right? We modeled the CPU, like every little thing on it, right? It's a fully 3D model now. We textured it to make it look nice, because why not? And I even got some headers, right? We changed the budget. Now there's no more RGB, but I'm Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and the screen is a bit better than RGB in my opinion. And yeah, so there's a lot of changes. And also, I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and start streaming every Sunday. All right, I think that's a pretty good time to stream the weekend, right? And I'm normally not too busy on Sundays, so probably every Sunday, all right? And I'm in the Eastern Standard Time zone. Well, right now it's Eastern Daylight Time because daylight savings time. But yeah, so I might stream in the morning, afternoon, evening. That's still to be decided, right? But you can probably expect to stream every Sunday. And if it's the MacroPath series or anything important, right, anything that I actually want to make a full video, I will go ahead and turn that stream into a video, right? But if it's nothing too important, like say I'm just kind of thinking of new ideas or just playing games or kind of just hanging out, right? Then I probably won't make a video about that. So yeah, now we have a completely different macro pad, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting, and I'm really excited to what this can open up, right? Because now we have Bluetooth, and we also have Wi-Fi, so that could be really, really interesting, right? And yeah, so that's about it. It's a pretty short video for a 10.5 hour long stream, but I mean, that's the easiest way to describe it. You know, there's obviously some videos and pictures throughout this video to go ahead and help you explain the exact changes. Oh yeah, we also went ahead and wired up the um, switches and everything in there. We still have to go ahead and model the display and the rest of the case and the hotspot functionality, but we're, you know, slowly getting there and we're slowly building on this, right? So I think we're making some pretty good progress, and yeah. All right, that's it then. Bye.